Hi everyone, this is Dr. Kalyani from Team MDS Conquer. So like in earlier videos, we have spoken about dental plaque and plaque as a biofilm. So that has to be in fact considered when the question is given as periodontal microbiology. Basically this is a very lengthy question if this is asked. So generally this will be asked either as it will be split and asked like plaque or dental biofilm, or they would like to ask you about the quorum sensing specifically, or it would be more like a bits of it. But when it's as a whole by any chance given as periodontal microbiology, then definitely you need to focus on the index as a very first thing. You have to make a very beautiful index, then start making every point and everything as a flow chart and table. Okay, but that's how you can concise your time and manage in that particular time which is given to you. So quickly let's see what is there in this video. So first of all, I would again like to revise these articles which I have quoted earlier also. So please do go with these things: microbiology etiology, periodontal microbial ecology, causal theory and etiology of periodontal diagnosis, mechanisms of initiation and progression of diseases, role of local factors in the etiology of periodontal diseases, bacteria of the periodontal diseases, microbial etiological agents of destructive periodontal diseases, protective nature of host responses in periodontal diseases, structure of dental plaque, supragingival dental plaque in etiology, beneficial bacteria of periodontium, effect of restorative and prosthetic materials on dental plaque. So apart from all those videos which are quoted, those articles which are given in this video, we also suggest you to go through issue 42 of Perio 2000 as well as issue 55. These two are completely microbiology and etiopathogenesis articles. You can choose and pick some good ones in them, and then you can proceed with your answer. So as I told you, your index have to be compiled with that of little dental plaque, then biofilm, and from microbiology. So again, if it comes randomly as a whole, superficially, Koch postulates and Sokransky's criteria, especially for the periodontal pathogens. If you see, there's association, elimination, host response, virulence factors, animal studies, everything. Then what are in 1996, as I told you, Perio 2000 volume 20 chapter 1, the Fredericks and Relman's criteria again, okay, that have to be included. Then you come to microbial complexes, right about the Sokransky. So the grouping into three or four groups. Then this one, root surface, pocket wall, and how they are attached to bacterium. If you see that orange complex is in between, red complex is towards the epithelium, causing more destruction. Then if you see the Sokransky and Hafazi 2005, you have a flow chart here following important references: Hafazi, Sokransky, and Hafazi's. Then cause of, this is a very beautifully compiled video as well as the PPT which is made. So it is with the help of some really good professors over the universities, like from Tamil Nadu University as well as Karnataka University. So they have suggested the answer to be written this way, or it's a compilation which is given in three videos of periodontal microbiology, dental plaque, and biofilm of MDS Conquer. Then cause of periodontitis. Then you see the various plaque hypotheses like non-specific plaque, specific plaque, ecological plaque hypothesis. If you see non-specific plaque given by Thelidae, I know all of you are aware of this, just want to remind you that you're supposed to write this here. Then the limitations, that's how the next one has come, that is Losch in 1976. Then that's what is the status. Then acceptance of specific plaque till when. Then there's something called unified theory. Then after unified, then it's ecological plaque in 1991 by Marsh. So it was again accepted as again a protocol which was again replaced. And after the Marsh theory, if you see, there are ecological theory, and that's Marsh theory was more of based on the ecological balance. Then there is Haji Shingalis theory in 2012 again. Anyways, Dental implant associated biofilm. How is it around the implant? Because we are all partially implantologists as well. Moving on to the microbiology of the periodontal health and disease. So you're supposed to know what's associated with periodontal health as given by Liz Garten in 1994. Healthy gingiva, and healthy gingiva is composed of most of the gram positive or they are more friendly bacteria here. Moving on with gingivitis, if you see the gram negative and anaerobic are almost only 45% and most of it is covered by gram negative. Or next, gingivitis. Gingivitis microflora appears between 2nd and 8th month of pregnancy in pregnancy gingivitis. Then I have consolidated, which is all included in adult periodontitis, aggressive periodontitis, ANAC. These are the bacteria. These are specifically for these particular diseases like HIV. Then you have to remember spirochetes and fusobacterium. That's how. Diabetes mellitus. Remember Capnocytos fagus species. Periimplantitis. Yes. Periimplantitis also it is important to include and mention. Moving on to detection of bacterial species in the biofilm. As usual, it's light microscopy, dark field, electron, confocal, and it is called as confocal scanning laser microscopy. Okay. Moving on to the culture, immunodiagnostics, molecular diagnostics, fluorescent in situ hybridization, checkerboard hybridization, which was used by Sokranski, quantitative PCR. So these are all the ones which we can diagnose. Thank you everyone.